Welcome back to TEW 2016, the branding solution, and we are here on Monday Night Raw, fresh off the back of Judgment Day, which had its ups and downs, a few additions to certain things, a big debut faction, and let's see where the aftermath has left us. We have our pre-show because, let's face it, the pre-shows are all I have going for some of these guys. What I've done on the main roster is I've just put all of the non-tag teams into one big storyline to try and see if I can get any momentum in any of them. But I just had Jahinder Mahal and the Ascension beat my trio of jobbers from NXT. They're all improving as well. I'm testing a few things out. Barry Griffiths loses to Bray Wyatt, but they have good chemistry. He seems to have chemistry with a lot of people. There may still be hope for the man formerly known as Mason Ryan to get a new start. Then we have the Shining Stars picking up a win. They haven't done much since they lost those tag titles, so they're in, as I said, the tag team storyline. Kurt Angle defeats Alexander Wolf. I've been seeing Alexander Wolf as part of the Sanity storyline. I like the look of what he can do. He's been great on here for me, just doing these odd matches. And surprisingly, I don't quite have anything planned for Kurt Angle right now. He's not really going to be in a title picture. And the person I'd most like him to go against, they're both faces, so yeah, we'll figure that one out. Del Rio and Biff Busick, another good performance from Biff. And the New Day and Usos defeat #DOI and TM61. Again, just filling up the pre-show people. The Usos are actually in the tag team title storyline, but the rest are in just the oddball one. Roderick Strong beats Cody Hall. I really want to try and do something with Roderick, but the title he would go for at the moment is currently held by another face, so I can't quite put him in a title picture, and I haven't quite figured out which heel for him to go against. But there is the big storyline going on through the company where it could work. I could put him against Chris Jericho, which would be quite good. We know they're both going to work really well. And in real life, Jericho would put him over, but on the game, Jericho wouldn't. So there's a few options. And my main event, Neville defeats Rhino. Not the best, which is a bit disappointing because I was expecting a lot more from this. Because Rhino usually makes everyone look good. But we'll see. That was a one hiccup, shall we say. We start the show with Triple H, joined by Seth Rollins, your World Heavyweight Champion, Dean Ambrose, the Backup Plan, Kevin Owens, the Future, the new World Heavyweight Champion, Big E, and Triple H says, "You guys saw that Baron Corbin, and after the way Barrett let us down against Sami Zayn, maybe Corbin could have a little bit of backup, maybe a plan B, if you like, in his title match against Sami Zayn," which brings out Kofi Kingston, demanding a rematch after he lost his title against his former brother. And the next match has been set up for this. Kofi Kingston defeats Baron Corbin. It's a very good match, to be honest. The idea was the winner got their title match next week on Raw. The problem I have is there's 6 weeks until the Royal Rumble, and then 2 weeks till what's fully loaded, which is the Raw exclusive one. So I don't want too many odd, silly matches, but then I would like to put a lot of 4-ways or triple threats single matches set up. I think Kofi should have a singles rematch. That Big E tried to distract him, Kofi, but Sami Zayn makes the save by distracting Baron Corbin. And yeah, 63 from Corbin, I think he's going in the right direction. But I still think that's a good rating. And Triple H now books that match for next week. The European Invasion, which again is another group Triple H has brought in. I couldn't put them in the first segment. He's brought those three, Michael Dante, Rampage Brown, and Tommy End, in to pick up the tag titles. He wants all the gold with his choices. And he doesn't think anyone on the actual show is good enough to do this. So he's brought in a brand new team who have gone straight into the title picture because they are actually pretty good performers. And they just get a win over Dillinger and the Ring Kings. I hate to just keep squashing Dillinger because I really like the guy. But I had to give him a big show win. And afterwards, our tag team champions come out and call out the team who attacked them last night, Dante and Brown. There is going to be a title match. I will have to double check them off camera, just in case. Now I am going to start giving Carlito a bit of a chance. He beats Angelo Dawkins in a small match. So that's the start of this. And afterwards, he calls out Neville. He wants a shot at that TV title. But Neville doesn't respond. We put up teasing with the idea, does Carlito really deserve it yet? As I said, I had plans. I wanted to keep it on Neville for a little bit longer. And that was one of my plans. American Alpha defeat Crime Time. Again, this is another one that's just helping the tag teams kept occupied, really. We have the segment backstage, but The Miz is being interviewed, and he says he wants to face the winner of Kofi Kingston and Kofi Kingston and Biggie. And Chris Jericho stumbles in and says, "Why should you? You lost last night." And then Dolph Ziggler shows up and says, "Yeah, I beat both of you." No, Dolph Ziggler beat The Miz. Chris Jericho beat Dolph Ziggler. So they're all claiming that they deserve to have a potential match. It's a nice segment, and it leads to nothing yet. Jack Swagger defeats Ryback. Yeah, I put them both in what I'm calling the future Intercontinentals. And this storyline is whatever happens in there is always finding my new contender for each 2-month period. So I've got them all fight each other. They're not what you call the main eventers. The guys I could pick out and put into other storylines pretty easily. And they're the guys that will fall out of other storylines to remain relevant. Baron Corbin cuts a promo with Sami Zayn, and I'm actually quite surprised it's a 70+ rating. Daniel Bryan defeats Kevin Owens. I thought it might be a bit better, this match, but I also took the risk by dropping it down. I think this is the third from the end of the match. Finn Balor yet again appeared on the title and trying to distract Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens then cuts a promo telling him how he's going to end his reign of terror with Bray got the big win over Kevin Owens at the pay-per-view. Thanks to a distraction from Balor, it means I can move Bray into some more title matches as he is still Money in the Bank holder, and Finn and Kevin can just do what they did in NXT. We have Dolph Ziggler defeating Chris Jericho when The Miz botched his interference. Yes, this happened. I went with this. So now they've all kind of beaten each other. So they all believe they could be a potential contender for this title. But you have to remember, we have to also have some big names off both shows in the Royal Rumble match itself. So I can't overbook the title matches. But for now, that's what we're sticking with. A probable triple threat down the line. I'm going to put it in here as sort of a reminder sort of match that I may still end up doing this. We have Chris Jericho. We have Dolph the Ziggler. We have The Miz. And they're all going to be there. It's more likely going to go to a no contest if I do one. It's either going to, but I still have to decide who I want to really face, because I would like Kofi to have potentially get screwed out of it and then have to be in a multiple person match. I don't fully have my answers for what I want that match to be yet. Afterwards, Bray Wyatt is interviewed by Shawn Michaels, just because I was the big name in this, about Finn Balor and Kevin Owens' match. The idea is, again, Finn Balor only appears on camera or at pay-per-views. I try to keep him off air as much as possible, just to keep his demon persona what we see. So Bray is sort of like the advocate for him and the Undertaker all in one. And my main event for the night, which is, I'm happy, 79, Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn defeat Bad News and Dean Ambrose. Well, Bad News got pinned yet again. So yeah, Bad News was the weak link. Sami Zayn is getting well into the 80s, which is always good to see. And post-match, slightly a bit of a negative, but Baron Corbin, Samoa Joe, Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens come and join the beatdown of the two, and Triple H's authority stand tall. Now, the one thing I forgot, which I should have probably done, is I'm teasing with the idea of not having Baron Corbin join the authority. We know he's a lone wolf, and that's the character he's really, really good at. But I don't know if it could work as a face, so he wants to turn his back on the authority and say he can do it without them, and they turn on him. Which then gives me another face to face the authority. Because at the moment, I think my faces are too big to face the authority. If you take out Ambrose and Rollins and Roman, because they'll be in the title picture, my heels are Owens, Samoa Joe, not quite built yet, and that other, the European invasion, and my faces would be Dolph Ziggler, Daniel Bryan, Sami Zayn, Bray Wyatt. They're slightly more over, so I need a slightly weaker one. At 78 is solid enough. Yes, we're losing popularity, but we don't care. We're only having fun booking the shows. Let's get back to the main screen and see what the world thinks. And we are back to the main screen, so let's just double check. Rhino needs a break. Yeah, he's been doing a lot of my pre-show matches and NXT, so yeah, I probably will give him a well-deserved break. He is the one I would call up. Tommy needs a new contract. He is my Cruiserweight champion, so I'd be naive not to give him a new contract. I don't care about length. He is going to be the main attraction for me for years to come. And Finlay, who, I don't know what Finlay is. Is he? I think he's a road agent. Yeah, he's a road agent, so yeah, we'll keep him as his road agent. Oh, where are we going? Oh, yeah. Let's not put him in the ring. He doesn't need to be in the ring. Who is Aaron Knight? Is this somebody I should really look at? 20-year-old, no reputation. This is the sort of person I could build up. Developmental. Add to my droves of women in the developmental. It has to be done sooner or later. It's what we do with this guy. He's main event. He's been doing great work whenever I've used him. As you can see from his top 10 matches, I put him against Kevin Owens, Del Rio, Cesaro. That's actually an NXT match. Baron Corbin's got a 61 out of him. Bubba Ray. So I'm not just putting him in silly matches, he's actually facing some big guys. It's just what I do with him. I don't really know enough about the guy he is. But he was 10 at the start. I know it's not much to go on, but still. I will want to call him back up though soon. I'm going to probably wait till January. So you can see it's only a week and a bit, and we'll see which show he would fit best on. We've done those, that's fine. Storylines, slightly weak. You try see, as I said, 79 is good for that. Tag team's doing better than normal. A nice 77 there, and 75 on the world. Yes, okay, not the best, but it works. Who is hot? Nobody on Raw. Who is not? Nobody that you care about. So that's Raw. Let me know what you think, and we'll be back next week, or next time with SmackDown. Thank you for watching.